It started around 10:42 p.m., just after I left the convenience store on NW 7th Avenue. Miami was still sweating from the day's heat, the kind that sticks to your skin like it has claws. I had a bag of snacks in one hand and my keys in the other, the clink of metal suddenly too loud in the hush between cars. That's when I saw him. At first I thought he was just another late-night straggler. Baggy hoodie, hood up despite the heat, moving with too much purpose for someone with nowhere to be. I crossed the street. So did he. My apartment was only 4 blocks away, but suddenly each one stretched into forever. I sped up. So did he. I turned down a side street lined with shuttered bodegas and graffiti-tagged dumpsters, hoping to throw him off. When I glanced over my shoulder, he was closer. Too close. I waited. The footsteps stopped. Then, whispering, low and fast, like a prayer or a curse, just beyond the bin. I bolted, sprinted down the alley and didn't stop until I reached my building. My hands were shaking so badly I dropped my keys twice trying to open the door. I made it inside, locked every bolt, shut every blind. But as I caught my breath, my phone buzzed. No caller ID. A text came through. You run fast. Let's play again tomorrow. There was a photo attached. It was me, in the alley. I was never alone. It started with a knock. 3 short raps on the door, polite, almost hesitant. I live alone on the 3rd floor of a quiet Miami walk-up. It was nearly 2 a.m. No one polite comes knocking at that hour. I froze on the couch, TV still flickering. Maybe I imagined it. Maybe it was the wind. Then it came again, louder, more urgent. I crept to the peephole. No one was there. I waited. Nothing. I turned back toward the couch, heart racing, and then the doorknob rattled. Someone was trying to open it. I backed away, whispering, "What the hell," to no one. I grabbed my phone, hands shaking. No missed calls, no texts, just the pounding of my heart in my ears. Then a voice, soft and close, just on the other side of the door. "I know you're in there." I didn't recognize it. Calm, cold. I dialed 911, but before it rang, I heard something new, the sound of metal scraping, like a key. I sprinted to the door and threw the deadbolt just as it turned. Whoever was out there had a key. I leaned against the door with all my weight. "I'm calling the police," I shouted. Silence. Then, slowly, the key withdrew. Heavy footsteps moved away, then stopped. I stayed like that for 10 minutes before checking the peephole again. Still empty. I thought it was over, until I went to my bedroom an hour later. My window, the one I always lock, open, just a crack, and on the sill was a single black glove. I haven't slept since. It happened just past 1 a.m., in the shadow of an overpass near downtown Miami. I was walking home after a late shift, earbuds in, hoodie up, mind somewhere else, until I felt it. That prickling sensation like someone watching you from too close. I paused at the crosswalk. The street was empty, but the feeling wouldn't leave. I tugged one earbud out. Footsteps, fast, behind me. I spun around, but it was too late. A figure lunged from the darkness, slamming me against the chain-link fence. I gasped, wind knocked from my chest, barely registering the glint of something in their hand. A blade. I struggled, kicking, elbowing, anything. The figure said nothing, just breathed heavily, like they were savoring the moment. I managed to knee them hard in the gut and broke free, sprinting toward the intersection. I didn't look back. I ran 3 blocks without stopping, heart jackhammering, until I reached a gas station. Blood on my arm. I hadn't even noticed the slice. The clerk called the cops. I sat on the cold tile floor, shaking. They never caught him. No cameras, no witnesses. But here's the worst part. Last night, a note slid under my door. You run better than you fight. Let's see how long you last next time. No signature, just a red smear on the corner. I don't take that route anymore. But sometimes, when it's late and quiet, I swear I still hear those footsteps.